How can you cultivate a slow living lifestyle although you live in a big city? How can you live slowly although you have a stressful job? Well, we are about to find out. With a slow living lifestyle, you create a calm corner for yourself where you can go whenever you want, really. Because slow living is more a state of mind, a habit, a way of looking at things, and, well, how you go through your day-to-day life. It really isn't all that cottagecore, living in the countryside, running through flower fields in flowy dresses. Although these things are wonderful, don't get me wrong, I also want that for my life and move to the countryside again and have this for myself, a beautiful cottage house. Oh my god, this is my biggest dream in life. But, well, these are additional things. Things you might enjoy when you cultivate a slow living lifestyle, things you gravitate towards. But it's not slow living in itself. It's not the core of it. And that is why you also can have a slow living lifestyle in the middle of New York City or Mexico City or wherever. In all those big cities, you can have that lifestyle. And I'm gonna show you how. So, to give you a little context, yes, I am Alina, the girl from the countryside, from the Bavarian South German countryside close to the Alps. That's true, but, well, that's where my parents live and where I was born. Currently, I live in a big city, or for me it's a big city at least. I think it has around 300,000 inhabitants. I know that isn't that much compared to other big cities, but for me it's big, okay? And I also think it's big, honestly. What do you think about it? So now I live in a city and I am a student. I study at university, geography and German studies to become a teacher. And I'm also in my final year, so I have a lot of exams and papers I have to write. I'm also a YouTuber, which is so fun, but it takes a lot of time. So I'm working, I think, around 3 days on my channel, on my videos in a week. You see, it's not that stereotypical slow living lifestyle. It's really not cottagecore and countryside and flowers. Sometimes when I visit my parents, yes, but most of the time it's not. But I cultivate a slow living lifestyle every day. Let's start with the basics. So slow living is all about mindfulness. It's a mindful way of living. And, well, it's easier said than done. But you can achieve it with a lot of things. So meditation, of course. This is what everyone thinks of when we talk about mindfulness and maybe also slow living. I do a gratitude meditation before I sleep. So I think about all the things I was grateful for that day and in general in my life. That helps me a lot. But you can also make other daily mundane things, your day-to-day tasks, more slow living and mindful. For example, cooking, smelling the ingredients and having a calm moment just listening to the sounds of washing, cutting and boiling are exercises for being more mindful and in the present moment. Maybe don't listen to music, podcasts and YouTube videos. And really take your time putting lots of love and creative energy in what you do. I call this grandma style cooking because my grandma always cooks with the loved ones that will enjoy the meal in mind. really focusing on making it as delicious and special as possible, working all the love into it. And believe it or not, whenever I cook in a grandma slow living style, it turns out super good and my boyfriend can taste it. It's just very different than on the days when I'm a little stressed or moody, watching YouTube while cooking and trying to be as fast as possible. It is very important for me that you know that your kitchen doesn't have to be a beautiful big countryside kitchen with expensive handcrafted wooden cabinets and a fresh herb garden right in front of your window. That's something I would do anything for, yes, but nothing that's necessary to work the grandma's slow living magic. This requires only your love and full attention. Look at my kitchen, it's very small, but that doesn't matter. Let's appreciate what we have, which is also an important skill for building a slow living mindset. Too much screen time, overindulging in negative thoughts, and over-consuming can take that away from you. Creating something, seeking nature and beautiful places around you, mindful me time. Mindful time with friends and family, caring for plants or animals, meditating, practicing gratitude, and enjoying what city life can actually offer you are activities that will get you into a slow living lifestyle and mindset, regardless where you are. Now I will tell you a secret, my friends. I know many people in the countryside that are surrounded by beauty and nature, that aren't happy, that aren't mindful, that aren't living a slow lifestyle at all. They are also losing themselves while striving for success, for example. And your existence in this fast-paced world doesn't get necessarily slower or better or happier just because you move to the countryside. Your environment plays a role, yes, but what makes the real difference is your habits, your outlook in life, and well, what you are up to and not what is around you. Well, I was growing up in the countryside and I had an extremely wonderful childhood. It was so beautiful to grow up surrounded by this nature, to venture out into nature all day and every day, and to have these little adventures outside, being very free. And well, as a child, I was very much in a slow living lifestyle because I was outside, I was imagining my own fantasy games, imagining elves and dwarves everywhere around, building a garden. It was just fantastic. But when I was a teenager, I, also lost myself, although I was still in the same environment. I got pulled away from all the simplicity and happiness and very much engaged into drama, alcohol, too much screen time, parties, and everything that left me unhappy in the end. But it was, necessary for my development, of course. I don't want to cross it out or anything, but I'm just saying I was there in the countryside still, but I also wasn't following a slow lifestyle anymore. I was also confused, soaked into all this fast-pacedness, and it didn't help me to get out of that. It only took a turn when I was living for some years in the city already. I was already in my studies, living here in the big city, and then I worked on myself, on my mindset, on my outlook on life, how I approach things, how I take on things, my habits, everything. And then I started living the slow and simple and happy and beautiful life again. But I'm here in the city now. So you see, the environment does influence it, yes, but it is definitely not everything. It is a small part of it. And please don't say I don't even try to live slowly in the city because I can't do that here. No, not at all. That is so wrong because you can very much. It is so much possible everywhere on this planet, really everywhere. Of course, you can strive for going onto the countryside, buying a house there, living the free countryside life in nature. That is a beautiful dream. Also my dream, as I already said, to go back to the countryside again. But don't trade your current happiness for that. Don't stress after the next big goal and trade your current happiness for that. Just don't. You can be happy and live slowly now where you are, right now. You don't have to go to the countryside first. Really not. It is so much possible here as well. And you should do it. If it will make you happy, if you know it will make you happy, then just do it. We can be gone at any time. So it is so important to always strive for being happy in the very present moment. To be, well, we can't be always happy, I know that, but to be present and mindful and to love your overall existence. That is the goal. And that is what a slow living lifestyle can offer you. And it can offer you that everywhere, everywhere, not only on the countryside. I hope I got that point across.